Greetings, Neuse Little Pod listeners. This is your host, Matt Gore, reminding you to please like, follow, subscribe, and share the podcast on your available podcast apps such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and any other podcast app you can think of. Share our episodes on Facebook and let us know what you think with a comment or review. Now please enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to Neuse Little Podcast, an audio program discussing the almost 50-year history of Neuse Little Theater and the backstage antics and stories that come along with running a community theater in a small town. I'm your host, Matt Gore, and we are coming to you from NLT's stage and base of operations, the little log cabin located on the banks of the Neuse River in Smithfield, North Carolina. We lovingly refer to it as the Hut. All right, Neuse Little Podcast fans and listeners, we have something special for you for Christmas. We have our very own Greg Hill reading Cajun Night Before Christmas. Enjoy.
Cajun Night Before Christmas by TROSCLAIR. Edited by Howard Jacobs. Illustrated by James Rice. Pelican Publishing Company, Gretna, 2018. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house they don't a thing pass, not even a mouse. The children be nestled, good snug on the floor, and Mama pass the pepper through the crack on the door. Then Mama in the fireplace done roast up the ham, stirred up the gumbo, and bake the yam. Then out on the bayou, they got such a clatter, make sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. I run like a rabbit to got to the door, trip over the dog and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light on the moon, I think, man, you crazy or got old too soon. 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff. And a little fat drover with a long pulling stick. I know right away, got to be old Saint Nick. More faster than faster, the gator they came. He whistled and hollered and called 'em by name. Hi, Gaston and hi, Thibault. Hi, Pierre and Alcie. Jeannie Net, G. Suzette, Celeste, and Renee. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, make crawl, alligator, and be sure you don't fall. Like Tanta's float cat, through the treetop he fly, when the big old hound dog come running hisself by. Like that up the porch, them old gator they climb, with the skiff full of toy, and St. Nicholas behind. Then on top of the porch roof, it sound like the hail when all them big gator done sat down their tail. Then down the chimney I yell with a bam, and St. Nicholas sit on the yam. Sacre, he exclaim, my pant got a hole. I done set myself on them red hot coal. He got on his foots and he jumped like a cat out to the floor where he lay with a splat. He was dressing muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plaything he throw on his back. He look like a burglar, and that's a fact. His eyes, how they shine, his dimple, how merry. Maybe he been a drinker, the wine from a blackberry. His cheek was like rose, his nose like a cherry. On second thought, he done lapped up that sherry. With snow-white chin whisker and a quivering belly, he shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eye and a shook on his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, going straight to his work, put a plaything in sock, and then turn with a jerk. He put back his hand there on top of his head, 'cause his eye on that chimney, and then he done said, with all of that fire and them burning hot flame, me ain't going back by the way that I came. So he run out the door and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and crack his big whip, then Gator move down and don't make one slip. And I hear him shout loud as he splash he go, Merry Christmas to all, till I see you some more. The end.
Thank you, Greg. That was great. And we will have more new episodes in the new year. And until then, from our little family here at the hut to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Credits for the show. Your host and creator is Matt Gore. That's me. My producer and editor is Mita Toole.
That's me.
Music is by Cody Walker. Please go look up Cody on Cody Walker Music on YouTube, and he's also on Cody Walker Music on Facebook as well. He's local, so and he's got a couple of albums out. Easy listening, John Denver type of guitar voice, that Cody Walker. All right, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you later.